Welcome to my channel. Today, we're joining veteran lobster fishers to see exactly how a full day at sea really works, from the first light at the harbor to the final dish on the table. If you're curious how it all comes together, stay with me and let's dive in. Dawn breathes over the harbor as deck lights blink awake. A quiet fleet idles like muscles about to flex. Deep in the hull, the diesel coughs, steadies, and growls. On wet planks, batch codes meet bright traps. Orders scribbled onto salt and steel. Cold fingers load oily mackerel into cages. Latches snap shut, silent. Invitations to the deep. Traps rise into tidy towers, ropes coiled like blue springs. The captain inks a red route across chart and screen. Today's hope mapped between shoals and wind. Ice shatters into breath-white vapor. The hold swallows winter to keep the ocean's gifts alive. Yellow raincoats, rubber boots, quick nods. A handful of people clicks into a crew. Lines slip, prop bites, pier drifts back. The boat trades. Land for work. From above, wakes braid into one bright arrow, pointing to open water. Final checks. Not secure, gear true. A horizon line answers with a long. The first red buoy arcs and slaps down, a bright comma where the day's sentence begins. Steel kisses salt as the trap slips off the rail. Spray freckles the lens as the sea takes the bait. The winch finds tempo. 1, 2, 20 traps. An industrial metronome ticking across. Rope hisses over steel, paying out like a storyline toward the dark readers below. Red pins bloom on the GPS. Footprints will follow back, patient and exact. Numbers scratch the logbook. Memory made measurable against the ocean's blur. The last trap drops. A tarp slides shut like a period at the end of a paragraph. From the air, buoys dot the surface. Small signals above a busy city on the seafloor. A straight red line trails the stern. Geometry drawn on water no ruler could hold. Footsteps tap a rinsed deck. Droplets chase scuppers as the camera tilts to a hard, bright horizon. The winch hums and tightens. Rope turns into a taut story that wants to surface. Orange gloves guide wet line through the roller. Droplets jump like sparks from a blue fuse. The first cage breaks the skin of the sea, streaming silver water and promise. Inside, lobsters clack and crawl, life writ loud in bars of wire and spray. The door unlatches. Tongs lift treasures one by one into waiting bins. A thick claw rises to the light, shell glossy, muscle flexing. Today's headline. The small ones slip back through the gate. Tomorrow's harvest returned with respect. A burst of spray hits the lens. Time slows, sun shards in every drop. Another trap, another. Lift. Rhythm settles into muscle memory. Counts and codes go to paper. In the ledger, chaos becomes inventory. Overhead, the deck fills with traps in motion. Lines coil into perfect patterns. The drone floats back, showing sea and steel and men. Morning haul complete. Aerated tanks fizz like quiet storms. Blue bins crowd the rim with living weight. A cold gauge touches carapace. Measure first, decide second. Rules keep the fishery honest. A digital scale blinks 1.9, 2.0, 2.1. Numbers giving shape to value. Rubber bands bloom over claws. Control without harm, safety for hands and catch. A waterproof tag and a quick scan. Traceability stitched to every shell. Into the live well they slide. Bubbles bead the armor as temperatures hold steady. Pump whispers, spray bars rain a fine lace of oxygen across the surface. A probe dips, screen glows, 2 to 4 degrees, oxygen high, green. Lights all around, macro close. Antennae sway, tiny bubbles gather at the mouth. The ocean breathes on deck. The lid clamps. Lot and date marked clean. A moving story stamped in time. A hand pallet jack rolls the load below. People, not machines, steer the weight into cold. Lines catch cleats. The hull kisses rubber. Cold vapor climbs out of the hold like a ghost. Forks slide. Arms guide. Tanks touch dock with a hiss of frost and relief. A scanner beeps, paper nods. QR meets clipboard, proof travels with product. A probe curls numbers on a display. Vitality measured, not guessed. The reefer doors swing wide. A white cloud pours out, winter in a box. Two workers muscle a pallet jack up the ramp. Cartons marked Live Lobster vanish into cold. Latch, seal, tag, metal clicks that say, "Do not break the chain." 3 on the map, a bright line leaves the harbor, ETA pulsing steady toward the plant. A white truck glides over blue water, bridge and sea crackle with sun. At the dock, locks snap. Another wave of cold fog spills into warm air. Boxes slide onto stainless steel. The line inhales and the factory begins to speak. An ultra-wide hall of motion. Tables, belts, and hundreds of lobsters moving like a tide under lights. Cameras red size and color at speed. Data blooms on screens while belts never pause. 4 stations. Fill foam boxes in a drumbeat. Scoop, settle, seal. Again and again. Ice falls in glittering sheets. Shells disappear beneath a frost-true blanket. Lids press, tape runs, labels stamp. An endless river of white boxes marked for flight. 2 pallet jacks roll in convoy. Stacked columns lean into forward momentum. Printheads flicker codes. Lot, weight, date, traceability at highway speed. Cold room doors exhale. Walls of product rise in blue vapor. Corridors. On the dashboard, temperatures draw a flat line near 1 degree. Inventory tiles glow green. Outside, sunset turns steel to gold. 2 trucks back into bays as ramps settle by hand. A forklift lifts the tall stack, inches forward, and fits a perfect Tetris into the container. Headlights click on. A line of trucks pulls away, mass export rolling into night. A saucier pours velvet bisque. Cream spirals and chive oil to the surface like constellations. A split-top roll overflows with chilled claw and lemon. A humble bun turned crown for a king. Thermidor bubbles under fire. A torch kisses the peaks to gold and perfume. In Bermonti, a tail shimmers at 61 degrees. Butter becomes language, tenderness the meaning. Tagliatelle catches reduction in sunlight. Claw meat lands last, plump and proud. Thank you for staying with me all the way to the end of this journey. If you enjoyed it, please give me a like and a subscribe. It really helps me make more videos. See you on our next adventure.